Due to the rapid growth of urban population and buildings, most highly urbanized areas in the world are affected by the heat island effect, and the urban ecological environment is impacted. Now I'll introduce my design project, which responds to Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 11, focusing on addressing the increasingly severe urban heat island effect in high-density urban communities. Sydney's high-density urban communities will be the core area of research and design. Key objective statement. Parts of Sydney City are high-risk areas for the heat island effect. Due to high-density buildings and limited green space around Haymarket and Central Station, these areas tend to maintain higher temperatures during both the day and night. My design goal is to propose a series of small-scale, sustainable, and ecological public space interventions to improve thermal comfort and enhance community interaction. My conceptual framework revolves around the goal of providing safe, green, and inclusive public spaces in SDG 11. It is based on the logic of problem to user to stakeholder to derive design methods. The design methodology used Fogg's behavioral model and double diamond design methods. Stakeholders for the design include community residents, travelers, children, the elderly, office workers, dog walkers, outdoor enthusiasts, low-income families, and outdoor workers. Residents who walk their dogs, exercise, or want to be outdoors in shaded spaces are the main target users. Supporters will include the City of Sydney, the Australian Green Building Council and the Sustainable Foundation. I studied and compared the following 3 design precedents. Superblock in Barcelona significantly reduced the number of vehicles and carbon emissions, improved the urban microclimate, and improved the quality of life of residents. However, the transformation period is long, the cost is high, and it involves coordination among multiple departments. Large-scale transformation has good results, but it is difficult to implement in small blocks in Sydney. Vertical Forest in Milan is a pair of high-rise residential buildings designed by Bouri Studio. More than 900 trees and 2,000 shrubs are planted on the facades, aiming to increase the city's green space, purify the air and improve the thermal environment. It is mainly aimed at private residential development, rather than public spaces. The visual effect is stunning, but the cost is high and the public is difficult to reach. Melbourne Cool Roofs Policy, sustainable roofing materials in new and renovated buildings in the city, reducing heat absorption, lowering building temperatures, and mitigating the urban heat island effect. Although it has a good temperature control effect, it lacks spatial visibility and interactivity. This material only affects the surface of the building and has a limited impact on the ground floor space and the public outdoor experience. These comparisons show that my design needs to be approachable, participatory, and perceptible, emphasizing public use and ecological sharing. The first solution was to design an environment based on modular micro-public environment landscape. Designing for a Sydney community that is severely affected by the urban heat island effect requires investigation and research of the local environment. I decided to collect feedback through interviews and continuously improve the solution. After 2 surveys and iterations, I finally came up with a design direction and decided to design a pet-friendly park list. The model in the video simply shows the combination of greenery and rest functions, as well as the infrastructure provided for pets. In the second option, I decided to alleviate the impact of the urban heat island effect through environmental design. It is envisioned that the impact of the urban heat island effect on the community can be alleviated through the greening of the integrated square and urban greening design. After investigation, it was decided to narrow the design scope and design a green corridor. The simple model in the video is the design concept of the future green corridor, which uses future ecological materials to achieve functions such as microclimate regulation and human perception optimization. Option 3, initially it was envisioned to alleviate the urban heat island effect through green buildings combined with interactive 3D maps. However, 3D maps cannot fundamentally solve the impact of the heat island effect, so through investigation, it is concluded that the design goal needs to reduce local surface and air temperatures through microgreening units and microclimate strategies. I decided to replace visual interaction with physical interaction. The video shows an interactive atomization facility. This is a public device system that integrates water mist spraying, climate regulation and user behavior interaction.